Last episode, my game glitched, and now every Pokemon I come across is shiny. So, join me on a randomized adventure filled with unexpected turns. Oh yeah, and if any Pokemon faint, they're off the team. Let's get to it. I start things off doing an absurd amount of grinding, while also looking for new Pokemon. I find a shiny Brixen, so I add it to the team. While out grinding, a Hisuian Growlithe evolved. I found a cool mod for it, but I couldn't get it to work. I also caught a Hisuian Voltorb. I like the black shiny way better compared to the original, which is blue, I'm sure. I found a wild Rotom spazzing everywhere, and I thought about how versatile it is considering all of its different forms, so I called it. I added a Rowlet to the team as well. And just keep in mind, every Pokemon I come across, I'm also training it up while I'm exploring. I also decided to catch a Slacking for some reason. Not entirely sure if I'll use it, but I got it. A wild Meloetta appeared, so I caught it. I've never used it before and probably still won't. I caught a Zacian, which I will certainly use. I'll make him my hard carry going forward. You may also notice my voice is a little hoarse. I blame the sporadic changes in weather for that. I did come across a wild Iron Valiant, and I wanted to add it to the team, but as you'll see, it's level 75, so I decided to use a Pokédoll and get out of there real quick. But don't worry, I'll come revisit it later. I found a shiny Palafin out in its hero pose, and yeah, I had to catch it. So I did. I found Shinx on the rooftop of the house instead of Squawkabilly, which would be way funnier if it was in the base game. Just like, why are you there? How'd you get up there? What's going on? While out training, Rowlet evolves into Dartrix. And then I evolved Dartrix into its final evolution, Decidueye. I thought for sure I had enough training under my belt, so I proceeded to take on Arven's final fight. Also, seizure warning ahead. The mods I have installed do not play nice with each other in the upcoming battle. Arven led with his own Dartrix, so I send out my Arcanine. And yeah, you can see the problem here. Next up is a Toedscroll, and while also having a level advantage, it turns around and yeah, one-shots my Arcanine.
And it's gone!
Last episode, a viewer recommended I name this thing Donut, so I did. And yeah, I may have misspelled that. I don't know what I was thinking in the moment. Either way, after a nice back and forth, Toedscroll's out of here. And next up is Baxcalibur. I wasn't too worried about it. Oh, that is until it ice beamed me and almost killed me, but even better, it froze me. Great. At that point, I pretty much accepted Donut's fate.
And it's gone!
I came across one of the coolest mods for Miraidon, and I was so excited to show it off. I mean, look at that. That looks so sick compared to its normal shiny colors. And it handles Baxcalibur with ease. Up next is a Chansey. So I send out Decidueye. And we take care of this Chansey in no time. Up next is a Frostless. And yeah, in a pretty upsetting turn of events, Hoopa decides to off itself from the team by attacking itself out of confusion.
And it's gone!
Miraidon comes out and cleans up what's left of the Frostlass, leaving only Arven's ace Pokemon, which is Knacklestack. And Decidueye takes him down with no problem at all. And Path of Legends is now complete. With a good percentage of my team now missing, I set back out to grinding. Oh boy. Along the way, Brixen decides to evolve into its final form, Delphox. I decided I didn't want to overlevel too much, just so I didn't make the game too easy. And yeah, spoiler alert, that was a pretty bad call. Clavel leads with a Nimble, but Decidueye easily takes care of it and gets it off here in no time at all. And next up is Houndoom. And Houndoom gives me a little bit of a fight, but after switching out from Great Tusk to Roaring Moon, I take care of it. Out comes Scyther. And with it being a bug type, I thought, oh, a few flamethrowers, that'll do the trick. I forgot it's a bug type, and bug type is good against dark type, so yeah.
And it's gone.
Delphox comes out and quickly cleans up what's left of the Scyther. Winklage is the next Pokemon, and I'm not entirely sure if I was just getting lazy at this point, but yeah, I made a few bad calls, and as a result,
And it's gone.
Mismagius is the next Pokemon, and at least on this one, I don't lose a Pokemon. Zacian takes Mismagius out with no problem at all. Clavel's ace Pokemon turned out to be a Crocodile, and I was not ready for it. Yep, Decidueye's out of here. Yeah, even better, I send out Miraidon and forget, oh, it's a ground type too. So, Miraidon's gone too. Great. But hey, that's not enough. Great Tusk is out of here too. So, it was all up to my last Pokemon, Zacian. And Zacian pulled it off. I mean, we got lucky with the flinch, but a win's a win. Even if after this, I do have to go and train up an entirely new team. Great! I'll waste no time and evolve Voltorb into Hisuian Electrode. I then head where you get the auctions, and I find the Rotom catalog, which will be helpful coming up. And I even pick up the Rusted Sword for Zacian. I turn Rotom into a microwave. Looking good. Yet again, I have to issue another seizure warning, because I found a cool outfit mod for Penny, but later on you'll see that it does not bode well with all the other mods active. Also, yeah, something's up with my character's face. And while reviewing the 6 hours of content that I had to comb through for this episode, I realized somehow I messed up my aspect ratio when filming this part for the episode. And everything is a little bit more zoomed in and enlarged, but I'll make it work. Penny leads with a Flapple, but I flip turn out of there and I have Zacian come in and one-shot it. Out next is a Belly Bolt, and yeah, Zacian is on it this battle. It completely destroys it in no time at all. I was tired of the copious amounts of grinding I've been doing, so I watched my matchups very closely this turn. She sent out an Espeon, I send out Spiritomb, and I wreck it. Up next is the weird flower thing. And yeah, I volt switch out of there real fast, and Palafin comes out and proceeds to sweep it. She throws out her own shiny Greninja, which brings back some painful memories considering I lost my shiny Greninja, but I stick to the tried and true plan of volt switch into Zacian, who proceeds to take care of this thing and get rid of the harsh reminder that my shiny Greninja was lost, leaving only her ace Pokemon, which is a Noivern. And yes, Zacian gets rid of this thing in no time at all, meaning I completed this battle losing 0 Pokemon. A real nice turnaround compared to the other battles this episode. Since every Pokemon is now shiny, I decide to go out and replace some of the potential teammates in my boxes with their shiny counterparts. And it's here I decide to take on Iron Valiant one more time. It gets really close to taking out my Zacian, but I'm able to squeeze out a victory and catch it and add it to the team. And I look forward to taking it into the Elite Four and the final chapter and maybe even the post game. Thank you for hanging out with me this far into the video. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Catch you next time!